Good morning, video games. Welcome to Filthy Casuals, a podcast about video games hosted by two very kind and extremely knowledgeable boys. Thank you very much for joining us. My name is Tommy Dasilo, and as always,
Ben Vanel here, Tommy. We are reporting live from Gamescom 2025.
Yep.
We've moved the entire set from my study over to Germany?
Germany, I believe.
Yeah, gewollt.
Doesn't matter to us.
No.
We just got blindfolded and put on a plane.
That's right. And then we came to this room and we read a list of announcements from IGN. And boy, are we going to report on them for our listeners.
Yeah, we're in a room at Gamescom, but we're like, I don't know, there's crowds out there on the show floor. There's like big lines for all the demo units. It's easier to just sit in this room and read the reports online about what's out there.
And we feel very comfortable in here. It's a familiar looking space now that we've kind of zhuzhed it up. I mean, I've heard reports of COVID sort of resurfacing. So we want to stay away from all of that.
Like, just because you live near the MCG doesn't mean that you're inside there watching every single game.
No.
Sometimes you're just in your living room watching it on the TV when it's just like 3 kilometers from your front door.
And it's honestly more convenient because then you can have your iPad, your iPhone, you can be reading stuff in real time. There's no possible way you could be standing on the games floor and be like, oh, there's Hollow Knight Silksong. Oh, there's that new Black Myth game. Oh, you're just going to be overwhelmed. And so we've done the very, very smart thing of just retreating to a little. It's a prayer room. We've kind of taken it over. It's the only one in the entire venue. But I think people will understand that this takes priority.
But we were saying before we started recording that we were. I don't know. I think I'd forgotten that this was on, or I certainly hadn't really felt like much in the way of hype before it began. But there's been some pretty good announcements so far. Yeah,
absolutely. I feel like it creeps up on us every single year. And then after it's happened, we're like, great, podcast content just covered off for a week.
So the big thing is, as at the time of recording, I think, is it like later tonight or maybe like early tomorrow morning, there's there's going to be a Hollow Knight Silksong Direct presentation. And timed with that is a article dropping by our good friend Jason Shrek Schreier.
That's right, from Triple Click Podcast and Bloomberg.
About why the game has been being worked on for 7 years.
So what a scoop. What a scoop for Mr. Shrek.
I'm really interested to read that. I think it's very funny to time the big information blowout with sort of a published justification of what's been going on. And you would have to assume that there's a release date as part of that presentation.
Well, sure,
They've still been saying consistently that it's still this year.
Exactly,
is on track for that. So yes, that'll be coming up. We'll talk about all of that next week. But weirdly, so they're about to have this big, massive formal reveal of it.
Probably the most anticipated, a video games presentation since, the early days of E3, right? This has been building up for 10 years. I mean, this is insane. So, huge stuff.
But weirdly, before doing that, it's playable on the floor at Gamescom. So some people have already gone hands-on with it. It just seems weird timing. I'm not quite sure. I'm not quite sure why they didn't do this presentation before the whole thing kicked off. I don't know.
Yeah, I assume they've been using the Yonder bag so that people can't take footage and stuff of it.
No, people have footage, I think.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I think so.
Because I was thinking well, surely someone's got the big exclusive of this is what's new about it. This is how it plays now. And they did reveal a snippet of gameplay. I think the last time they talked about it, it in the Switch 2?
There was like a brief snippet of it in the Switch 2 reveal. It was kind of talked about with the Xbox ROG Ally handheld that it'd be launching, I think on Game Pass maybe, or it's somehow kind of being tethered to that in some way. And I think people have been speculating, is it going to show up in one of these, a State of Play or an Xbox Showcase or a Nintendo Direct? But as it turns out, it's big enough to just have its own thing. So, we'll talk about that next week. That's very exciting. But in the meantime, a bunch of announcements. You'll be interested in this. There's a Black Myth follow-up, sequel, Black Myth Zongkui.
Or, given I've been doing my Mandarin on Duolingo, Zhongquei.
Zhongquei.
All right. Yeah.
I was way off.
All right, Guilo. Something I picked up from my girlfriend's family. They call me, I think it's a term of endearment. They call me that all the time.
I was going to say, what a blessed life to only hear about that term through a partner's family, not just walking around the streets of a foreign city and having it yelled at you.
No, I fucking loved the first Black Myth game. It was, Wukong is Sun Wukong is like the Monkey King. Fucking loved monkey magic growing up.
Yep.
And that was a big part of the appeal. The aesthetic of that was really, really cool. But it was also really fun to play. So very keen for this.
I never went in. This does feel like because that was only last year, right? That does feel like a pretty quick turnaround to be announcing a sequel. I mean, obviously it was massively popular, but often there's a bit more of a simmering time in between release and announcement of sequel.
Yeah, I know that was the developer's first ever game,
right? And
there was a fair build up for it as well. I think I'd seen. It wasn't leaked. It was just put out there that they were hiring developers.
Yep.
Years and years before it was released, which makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
And they had some pre-alpha footage of the game, and it looked fucking awesome then. So if they're using the same game engine, I assume they've just gone. We're buckling down. We're chucking more stuff in here, new assets, new characters, but the same gameplay, and it really was fun. It was this high-paced, fast-paced, sort of Souls-like, but it was really the movement was very rapid, and you could dodge, and you could create clones of yourself, and there are all these cool powers, and then these giant bosses. I'm pumped to see more from this.
Imagine if they just start absolutely cranking these out at a rapid pace, and it becomes like the new Assassin's Creed, where in 6 years' time you're like, oh, great, another Black Myth game. Hooray.
Yeah, more obscure Chinese mythology.
Yeah.
Fucking get over it.
New story trailer for Resident Evil Requiem.
Yes.
That is going to be out February 27 next year.
Yeah, this looks sick.
Yeah, can't wait for this.
Yep.
There's a little bit more look at Ghost of Yotai.
Yeah.
Which is coming up quick.
Environmental stuff, which, I started replaying Ghost of Tsushima a couple weeks ago, and even that, which I did finally get, I realized I hadn't got the upgraded version, the PS5 one. Fuck, it looks good.
Yeah.
Specifically, those fields of reeds that the wind's blowing through, and environmentally those games are fucking beautiful.
Yeah, so, I'm looking forward to it.
Really excited for this.
World of Tanks, Heat.
Yeah, okay.
Any interest in this?
No. Is this one of those games that gets advertised on, on podcast, on YouTube shows and stuff, where it's World of Tanks, it's free to play, and you can use this code for this
a genre where I'll see a thing of it, and it there's just a 12-year-old kind of part of my brain that activates where I'm like, tanks are sick.
Yeah. A whole world of tanks.
You immediately just go oh fuck, that looks awesome.
Yeah.
John Carpenter's Toxic Commando.
Yeah, I watched a bit of this trailer as well. And John Carpenter, wonderful director.
Yep.
The Thing, Halloween.
Yep.
Escape from New York, amongst others. He's a big gamer. He kind of hasn't, I don't think, made a feature film for a long time now. Done some re-release stuff. And he apparently just sits around playing video games.
That's sick.
And finally they're like, hey, you're an incredible stylistic director. Why don't you stick your name on this fucking... it's a first-person shooter. A lot of fun shit blowing up.
Yeah.
It looks cool. And the logo is cool as well.
Yeah, nice.
Which is really important.
Project Spectrum. Project Spectrum. That's a bit of a tongue twister.
Project Spectrum. It is hard to say twice in a row, I'll tell you that.
Project Spectrum.
Yeah. This is the new Nathan Fielder game.
Okay, that's all we need to say about that.
Yeah.
Everwind. Don't know much about this.
It looks like a kind of Robloxy, Minecrafty sort of open world game from what I could tell from the trailer.
Yep.
Yeah.
Cult of the Lamb is getting DLC, which is cool. I love that game.
That was what game of the year for you up there probably when it came out?
Yeah, it was on my list for sure. But yeah, I mean, it's going on 3 years now? When did
At
that
least,
come out?
probably,
It's
yeah.
a while ago.
Yeah.
So
was
that's cool.
Was it COVID or pre-COVID?
Yeah,
maybe
like
around
maybe
COVID.
Like just after COVID.
Yeah.
Which even that's a while ago now.
Yeah.
So, new areas, enemies. This is a pretty dense one of those.
Expansive.
Yeah, one of those updates that adds like a whole new bit to go into.
Hell yeah.
Be a good excuse to kind of dip back in on that game.
Yeah. Melbourne's own Cult of the Lamb.
Yeah. And Melbourne is Hollow Knight. Melbourne. It's definitely Australia.
I think it might be.
I get the feeling it's South Australia.
They do chuck a lot of funding around that old screen South Australia.
World of Warcraft Midnight.
Oh, yeah.
Another expansion. Age of Empires 4 for PS5.
Oh, yeah.
I'm going to skim through some of these because they're not... there's just a lot of stuff here that means absolutely nothing to me. Survival Adventure Enshrouded, Wake of Water.
And you didn't skip that one.
Yeah. No, that's what I'm saying. That's an example of something.
Okay.
I have no thoughts.
It's like an MMO, I think.
Right. Cinder City.
Oh yeah,
tactical MMO shooter.
The aesthetic of that looks cool, but I mean there are a lot of tactical online shooters, MMOs, which personally doesn't really tickle my fancy.
Yeah.
But there are a fair few of those.
Yeah, this is the case with some of these, isn't it? Like with any presentation that's long enough, you start to get into this glut of like, all this stuff is kind of starting to look a bit the same.
Yes. Yeah.
La Divina Commedia.
Oh, yeah, this looks
Now, this
sick.
is up our alley.
Absolutely. Molto bene. It's a Souls-like third-person action game based on The Divine Comedy by Dante.
Hell yeah.
Which, we had Lies of P, based on an old Italian novel.
Yep.
This is one of the oldest Italian stories there is. It's like a 12th century poem.
It's the new cozy farming sim, the Souls-like based on an old Italian novel.
Oh, fuck yes.
I got to say that I think I don't even really engage with many of them, but are we about to hit Souls-like fatigue?
I think we hit it maybe within the past 12 months. People,
feels like there were a couple that were like...
Especially post Elden Ring.
Yeah, exactly. Like anyone that kind of came along that was like, the first of sort of the imitators, it was like, this is cool. Someone else having a bit of a crack at it with a different coat of paint and maybe adding one or two sort of things that people kind of wish FromSoft would do that they won't. But then, now it's like, when you watch one of these presentations and it feels like 8 out of 10 of the games announced are of this exact same genre. Yeah. It's a bit like... I don't know. There was, I think, is it called Lords of the Fallen that got like remade last year? Yeah, which was like an early Souls-like game came out I guess during the original Dark Souls 2 sort of era, and apparently it was good, but I had no inclination really to play it. Yeah, and it's not because I don't want to play any Souls-like. It's because I'm playing like 2 other ones that I fucking love. Yeah, exactly. I'm putting 90 hours into. That's the other thing is that for me they're so demanding. Yeah, like they're so you kind of. I'm sure there are people that do this, but I kind of have no desire to just play one after the other of that style of game. Yeah, it's very much like. It's so punishing. It's so intense. I feel like you need a little palate cleanser. Yes. And the idea of just leaping straight back into another one is I don't know. It doesn't... Anyway. Well, that's because you're not having a palate cleanser by playing Fortnite every day between. That's true. Or Roblox or one of the other ones that people go on every single day. Yep. Yeah. Moonlighter 2, The Endless Vault. Did you ever play the first one? I did not. Me neither. No. I heard good things though. Yeah. It was apparently quite popular. Okay. But apparently it was popular enough to have a sequel made of it. Yeah, I am hearing that. Kingdom Come Deliverance 2, Legacy of the Forge DLC. Yeah, now this is a game, so it came out earlier this year. Yep. People who like it love it. They fucking froth it. I would always see, I think we might have got a couple of comments, but I did review it, what I played of it. People being like, for other outlets, being like, why aren't you covering this? Why aren't you covering this more? Like, this is a potential game of the year. And it happened with the first one as well. People loved it. It was so in-depth. It was that immersive sim, RPG, every aspect of medieval life. This was the one where you were like, it's like if you're making the potion, it's like every single step of it. Yeah. Ben's got a bookcase that's got like a shelf on it that's only like half full of books.
Yeah.
And for literally no reason, 3 of those books that were standing upright just kind of slumped over to the side. And I don't know. It's
a sign of something. I'm not sure what, but it certainly means something.
I don't know why that tickled us so much.
That
was like
shit.
I went to the movies.
Because no one listening could have seen it. No one watching could have seen it. It's not on screen.
Well, it reminds me exactly of I went to the movies last night, and in the movie I saw they had the blooper reel at the end.
Beautiful.
And you're like, oh, here we go. But they're always just like, unless it's like a Will Ferrell movie or like movies where you have like some of the funniest people, and it's like often like the ad libs.
Yeah, alternate takes and
the bloopers.
Yeah.
But this movie was just stuff like that, where it's like if you're in the room, it's just like someone, like a bit of tape falls off the wall. And everyone's losing their mind, and you're like, I'm sure in the middle of like a long work day.
Exactly, you're
like,
probably a bit delirious.
Broke a bit of tension and kind of like felt like everyone unified on the same page.
Yeah.
But I don't know why this had to be. I don't know why I'm still sitting in a dark room watching this, having given up part of my night.
Wait, what had bloopers in it?
Free Here Friday.
Okay, we'll get to that on the bonus episode. Great tease. Anyway, what were we talking about prior to that incredibly funny blooper that we'll keep in
Kingdom Come, Kingdom of Come,
Kingdom of Come, Deliver Me, Come. Okay.
Kingdom of Come.
Kingdom of Come.
Oh, that's great.
Yeah.
That's real TikTok prank, like going into EB Games and asking them, have you got Kingdom of Come?
Well, I guess I have to say yes. I know what you mean.
All right. Inzoi, Island Getaway DLC.
Yeah, this is that Sims sort of competitor.
Sure.
Which
okay.
I didn't go in on. I think it was a bit buggy.
Yep.
It might have been in early access even, but I would like to check this out at some point.
A story trailer for Ninja Gaiden 4.
Yeah.
Which is coming up soon.
Yes.
October 21.
Fucking hell. It's a couple of good weeks there.
A trailer for the Outer Worlds 2 and the new companions.
Yeah.
That you're getting in that game.
I did not bite down hard on it, Outer Worlds 2. To quote a certain British spy.
To paraphrase one of the greatest secret agents the world has ever known.
That's right. But that's cool. For one of their few, I think maybe budget-wise or returns-wise, not super profitable, but just one of Microsoft's recent wins, I guess.
Yep. Chronos, The New Dawn.
Oh, yeah. Now, this is by Bloober Team. They made The Medium. They remade something. It might have been a Silent Hill game or something like that. Anyway, really good spooky game makers, and this looks cool. The aesthetic of this I'm into. Yeah, we saw it I think in perhaps a Microsoft presentation a little while ago.
There was a bit more of a look at Silent Hill F.
Yep.
I love that it's stylized as the lowercase f.
Yeah.
Something about that really gets me every time.
Because we talked about this before, and someone I think pointed out it's F for Forte, which is the musical sort of thing. That's
sure.
But I like to imagine this game stars Will Forte.
Yeah.
And
Will lowercase Forte.
Yeah.
Baby Will Forte.
Lil Will.
Yeah. Delta Force. Console launch trailer for that.
Yep.
Tactical first-person online multiplayer game. Okay. That might be doing something for someone.
Yep.
Squid Game is
in Fortnite?
Creator-made games coming to Fortnite.
Yes.
I think they're in there now. Yeah.
I mean, that's... Fortnite is an unstoppable force.
Yeah.
And the fact that... I mean, this seems pretty interesting, putting in like little Squid Game games, little, battles to the death in that style. That's cool.
Yeah. There's I believe today they added the gorillas.
Oh, hell yeah.
Which is like, I mean, why weren't they in there?
Yeah.
Why did we get like Hank Hill before we got the gorillas?
Yeah. Oh, fuck. We got to get the band back together.
I kind of am keen to go in and see what it's like now. If there's like, if the sheer volume of characters that are in there at this point.
Yeah, we could do a what it's like to play Fortnite in 2025 video, because there'd be fucking heaps of stuff that is new to us.
A game called Unbeatable. Use your rhythm to fight back and carve your place in a world that has outlawed music.
Aesthetically, this looks cool.
Footloose alert.
Oh, it is Footloose time, baby.
Yeah. Have I ever talked on here about how at my school I was in the Year 12 musical and me and my friend Drew got two of the only non-singing roles in the script.
Great.
I'm trying to remember who he was, but I was the Kevin Bacon character's dad.
Oh, that's great
which
casting.
was kind of very funny when you're in high school and it's like, you're playing the crusty old dad of a kid who's like 1 year younger than you. And there was like a bit where like he's back chatting me and the guy playing that lead role, he was I think he would have been 2 years younger than me. Right. And he was like real smug, real prick, just a real pain in the ass. You know when you're like, at that age, at high school, there is like the hierarchy of age like really matters.
Oh yeah, big time.
You would be scared of a kid who was like in the year above you.
Yes,
they may well even be like literally the same age and just started school early.
Yeah.
But that thing, you would have that fear. And this kid, like, he was 2 years younger than us, and he was like, he treated us with no respect.
Oh, brother.
And so, as part of the play. As part of the musical, I had to like fake slap him when he back chatted me.
Okay.
And then final night, I'm trying to remember if I just decided to do this or if he was like, knew that he wanted to be an actor and he was like, hey, it doesn't matter if you like actually hit,
Yeah.
Oh, doesn't it now? I just like fucking lined up a whopper on the final night and just let him have it.
And how did he respond?
I think it hurt a lot.
Yeah, great. Great.
I remember I remember there being no consequence because he was like, it was so real. And
yeah, nice.
Like, yeah, well.
Fuck.
It was real. I wasn't acting.
And
I want to hit you.
He went on to be famous Australian actor Mark Mitchell.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. I'm 100. A game called Time Takers.
Yeah.
First look at gameplay for that. Steam playtest is coming soon.
All right. Give that a poke.
Team shooter. Again,
okay, won't give it a poke.
All these team shooters blend into one.
Yeah.
The Darkest Files. Process entry files and documents as you try to defend democracy in post-war Germany. Prosecute Nazis and bring them to justice in the Darkest Files.
That sounds cool.
Yeah. I can't see that resonating with a modern-day audience.
Yeah.
Don't see how there's really any analogue to present day that anyone could sort of get enjoyment out of that from.
No. So let's move on immediately.
Neverness to Everness.
Bad title.
Free-to-play urban open-world RPG developed by Hotter Studio.
Okay.
All right.
If you wish.
All right. Ron Gilbert.
Oh, yes.
The bloke, the lad.
Yeah.
Behind Monkey Island and Maniac Mansion.
Mm-hmm. Maniac Mansion is currently somewhere in Edinburgh, I'm going to say.
Yep, great. The aim is to survive purgatory long enough to amass enough gold to pay the ferryman to get you out of there.
Yeah, that's a cool concept.
That sounds cool.
This one piqued my interest.
This looks neat. Zero Parades, a reveal trailer for that. A tactical CRPG developed by Zaum.
Oh! Is that's I think the company that owned the Disco Elysium?
Yes,
people.
You're right.
Yeah.
Yes, it's those people.
Yeah. Or it is it's the same company after they fired all of the original creators.
I saw a thing that it's like the studio, and I couldn't tell if it was what you're saying, that company where all the people have gone, or if it's those people that have left that have started a new.
No, I think it is the whoever had ownership of the company and ended up having the ability to fire those people, just retains that company. So I think it's the people who are still working there. Yeah.
Well, this looks cool.
Yeah.
Hollow Knight Silksong release date confirmed for 2025.
Yes.
And then we got the announcement of a game that I saw spoken about exclusively with headlines kind of mocking it. But I got to say, I watched the trailer for this and I think it looks pretty fun.
Yeah.
Bubsy 4D.
Yeah. I mean, I watched the trailer for this too, and it kind of... I think it has a danger of falling in like that original ukulele game trap of like...
True.
Okay, aesthetically you're replicating an era that people have a lot of nostalgia for, but how does it play?
Yeah.
Because it does have a little bit of like... Yeah, I don't know, like a bit of 3D Mario, a bit of stuff that we played in the last kind of 12 months.
Yeah, it looks very like level-based. It looks a bit more like a Mario 3D world as opposed to an Odyssey. A bit more of a getting from A to B rather than it being like, the ukulele, the big world with all the collectibles in it. But the style of it looked cool. Humor maybe like a little bit grating, but this looked surprising. I think this could be... I think this could be fun. Like I loved that Crash Bandicoot 4 game that came out a few years ago. And that's, I guess, kind of in the same league, like a sort of surprise, like, oh, they're bothering to do like a new one of these after all this time.
Yeah. And that one was great. I think it was very well received as well. Like it was,
I mean, I really liked playing the original Bubsy on the SNES. I have no idea, like, how it was actually received at the time. Like, whether it was... I have a feeling it was probably met with a bit of, like, scorn and maybe not very favourably reviewed. I know that 3D is, like, famously completely shit. But, yeah, I don't know. This looked... I was like, all right, this is kind of funny that this is coming out. I'll watch the trailer, and by the end I was like, I really want to play this.
Yeah.
This looks right up my alley.
Good name as well, Bubsy 4D.
Yeah,
doesn't make any sense. Funny. Yeah.
Well, that's it. I was like... At first, I was like, "Oh, cool! It comes with like a little fucking seat that like shakes around and like sprays water at you."
On you. Yeah.
Battlestar Galactica: Scattered Hopes.
Oh yeah. This one, I think the little blurb is like it looks like a copy of FTL.
Yep.
Which FTL, fantastic game. They also made Into the Breach, which I've been absolutely rinsing on Switch 2, but I don't know.
Yep.
I don't have any great interest in Battlestar Galactica as a property, but yeah.
Outlaws Remastered.
Oh yeah, this is the old Lucasfilm, LucasArts.
Yeah. 1997. New HD graphics. Looks cool.
Interesting.
Wild West shooter.
Because Ubisoft said they're not making a sequel to Star Wars Outlaws, but I guess LucasArts are making a prequel to it before Star Wars. It's just Outlaws. Yeah,
I guess in a lot of ways this is just a completely different thing.
Well, agree to disagree.
He-Man and the Masters of the Universe. Dragon Pearl of Destruction. This is another... there's been a few of these lately.
This is your Shredder's Revenge?
Yeah. Ninja Gaiden and Ragebound kind of falls into this similar sort of look, but... Even though that's kind of, it's not like a TV property, but yeah, like there was a Power Rangers one recently. Yeah. There was the Ninja Turtles one, obviously. The
pixel art beat 'em up sort of thing.
I never really was a He-Man guy.
Me neither.
Growing up,
never at all.
Yeah,
never seen it.
Yeah,
a friend of mine had a toy. It was his big green panther, I guess. And it was like, I don't think he even had a He-Man. He just had the big panther, and it was like, well, I guess he's part of the toy, the mixed bag of toys we're going to play with today, but no idea what it was about.
I feel like it's maybe like, not even by much, but like a little bit before our time.
I think it
just
must
like
be,
a couple of years. Yeah. Absalom. Absalom? Absalom.
Careful.
Now I know my comprehension and pronunciation is obviously at fault. I'm not trying to downplay that.
Sure.
However, it does have to be said, game names are getting worse and worse.
They're like band names. We've talked about this.
We already were talking about this 5 years ago.
Yes.
But even from that point, they're getting worse than that. Would
they're getting worse.
It's crazy.
They hit rock bottom and they started tunneling.
Yeah. Like calling it He-Man and Masters of the Universe Dragon Pearl of Destruction. Like, it's a He-Man game.
Yeah.
It doesn't need the subtitle.
Yeah.
Anyway, this is a roguelite beat-em-up from .emu.
Okay.
But, yeah, fantasy game. Looks cool. Swords of Legends.
What?
A new Chinese myth third-person action-adventure RPG game.
Yes. Yeah, this actually looks pretty cool as well. And yeah, another big sort of AAA looking Chinese developed game.
Yep.
Yeah, I'm keen for this. I'll check this out. Visually looks pretty sweet.
You'll be interested in this from the makers of Ghost Runner.
Oh, yes.
Valor Mortis.
Yeah. Yeah, this is the one where you're like a French soldier in like the Revolution era.
I got to play Ghost Runner.
Yeah, it's fun.
So just when I said that you'd be interested in this, I was correct?
Absolutely.
That feels great. That really feels great.
You've really started to get to know me.
Every week I say you'd be into this and you say no, the opposite.
Yeah, this looks stupid.
You'd be into this. A game called Ben's Parents Getting Kicked to Death in the Street. What? No? Oh, all right. Well, I'll try again next week.
Yeah. I'd be curious, but I don't know if I'd like it.
Curious? Now what's this all about then?
I'm intrigued.
PVKK.
Oh, this looks awesome. This looks really cool. I watched the trailer for this one as well. Yeah, it's kind of described as a Papers, Please game. It's an interface game. You're kind of managing stuff, but you're basically managing, I think, like the defense of the world from aliens in this sort of like retro 40s style bunker.
Yep.
But yeah, it looks cool. Interesting concept. We like our sort of, left of center game ideas.
Yeah.
And yeah, give this one a crack for sure.
A game called Routine, a first-person survival horror game developed by Luna Software. Explore murky and dark environments with a suite of tactile technology to engage what lurks in the dark and make it out alive in the process.
Okay.
Sounds cool.
It does sound cool.
Also does sound like a lot of other games.
It sounds like a lot of other games. It sounds very scary. But, you could describe Resident Evil 7 as exactly that. And I
like that title, Routine. It's a funny title for a game.
Yeah, I was going to say, I don't know, if you say, I think you're going to like this, and then you tell me the title of the game is Routine, I don't think that I would immediately jump to it.
Yeah. Okay, you'll be interested in this.
Okay.
Call of Duty Black Ops 7. Campaign mode, multiplayer, and the zombies mode was revealed. This is right up your alley, isn't it?
I'm really sorry to say, you've taken one step forward and 3 steps back.
Ben's taken off his Monster Energy hat in disgust. That's how annoyed he is at what I've just said.
No, not for me. Thanks.
Who gives a rat's?
Yep.
Lord of the Fallen 2 gets a big reveal.
Yeah.
Lords of the Fallen, pardon me.
Thank you very much. That is that sequel to that Souls-like game. Cool beans.
Yep. Now, this one, I've seen a lot of people pretty interested in this online.
Yeah.
Lego Batman: Legacy of the Dark Knight.
Yeah, okay.
It's got some of your Arkham style combat in it.
All right.
It's got Matt Berry doing the voice of Bane.
Well, I am interested in that. Batman!
Yeah.
Okay.
Could be a bit of fun.
Yeah.
I've dabbled in a couple of these little Lego games and they're like, they're fun.
Yeah.
I'm really keen on that. Maybe we should play at that co-op one that's coming out.
Oh, sure, yeah.
I think it's out quite soon. It's like you play as like a little brick and it's like, it takes 2
Yeah.
Road Kings.
All right.
An upcoming
That's us when we're fucking on tour, baby.
Absolutely. Road Strange DLC coming up soon. An upcoming next generation truck driving simulation game.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Yep.
The streamers will love that.
Yep. By the way, I'm trying to work out if there's a way of telling the story without doxing all these people involved.
Okay.
Maybe not. Let's move on.
All right. Okay.
Monster Hunter Wilds and Final Fantasy XIV crossover.
Yeah.
Which just really, at this point of the year, there's, and I think this is common for, kind of everyone. I still in my head have a bit of a thing of like, oh yeah, I guess we're sort of just getting started with the year, aren't we?
Right.
And then you start to go like, fuck, the grand final's just kind of around the corner, which then means it's like, the weather's getting better, then it's summer, then it's
holidays,
Christmas.
yeah.
And then also you see something like this where you're like, oh yeah, I should go back to Monster Hunter Wilds. Yeah, that was at the start of the year. That feels like a million years ago that I was playing that
100%.
game. Yeah.
I've still got it on my PlayStation 5 and I keep seeing it at the end of the list of games. I'm like, man, I have not touched that in a long time.
Yep. Warhammer 40,000 Dawn of War 4.
Oh, yeah, the strategy game. Cool.
Onimusha Way of the Sword.
Yeah. This is another one where we've talked about this genre.
Yep.
Becoming a mishmash of a blend of confused, titles, but this looks sick.
Yep.
If you make a good looking game, it's still going to appeal to me, even if it looks like 14 other ones.
Yeah. A new free to play action RPG called Arknight's Enfield. Harry Enfield.
Yeah.
Arknight's Harry Enfield.
Fuck.
This is an adaptation of Kevin and Perry Go Large.
Yeah. No, this is a great title. This is a really good title.
Yeah.
Very evocative.
Yeah. This looks like another one of those, kind of, anime, RPG, free-to-play
Oh,
things.
that's that one. Yeah.
Europa Universalis.
Yeah, never got into this franchise. Big strategy franchise. Mm-hmm. But there's another one coming down the pipe.
Yep. Little teaser trailer for Fallout Season 2.
Oh, yeah.
And that's dropping December 17th.
Yeah.
On Prime Video.
Did you watch the first season?
I watched how much did I watch? 3 episodes or 4 episodes? I was enjoying it. I've been meaning to go back to it because people were pretty positive on it. Didn't feel like super essential, but I was enjoying it.
I think
a
I was
bit of fun.
I was the same, except I wasn't loving it.
Yeah,
I was still waiting for the thing to be like, oh, now I have to watch the rest of this show, and I just didn't.
Friends watch it who haven't played the games, don't play games at all, who really got into it. So I think it's a successful adaptation in that sense that
Yeah.
By the way, you know what really shocked me the other day was seeing an ad for season 2 of Twisted Metal.
Yeah, me too.
I was like, oh yeah, season 1 came out and I remember hearing literally nothing about it, but I guess it did well enough to get more episodes made.
I guess so. That's Prime as well, right?
I don't think so. It's on Stan here.
Paramount? It'd be Paramount.
It must be Peacock maybe.
Who knows?
Who cares?
Not me.
Voidbreaker, roguelite FPS by Stubby Games.
Oh, nice.
There you go. That's
very nice. Yeah.
Some DLC for Indiana Jones and the Great Circle.
Yeah.
The DLC is called The Order of the Giants, and it is coming to the Nintendo Switch 2 in 2026.
Ah, yes.
Which
will that get you to play it?
Is it out or it is out now on the PS5, isn't it? Or is it not out on there yet?
No, it is. That's where I played it.
Maybe on that. I'd be interested to know how it runs on the Switch 2. I think there's still I
think it outsold Xbox on the PS5.
Right. Yeah, there's a lot of I'm interested to know how Elden Ring runs and how Final Fantasy Integrad runs. There's Hogwarts Legacy, there's Cyberpunk. There's a couple of examples of third-party stuff on the Switch too, but I'm keen to see sort of more of that bigger third-party stuff ported over to get a bit more of an idea across the board of how these kinds of things are going to run.
Yeah.
I think there's hands-on Elden Ring at Gamescom, but I haven't seen anything about how it plays. World premiere of World of Tanks 2.0.
Oh yeah.
Daemon X Machina, Titanic Scion. This is the sequel.
Yeah. This came out on the Switch?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. There's a demo available now. It's out quite soon, September the 5th. Sekiro No Defeat, an anime adaptation.
Yeah.
This looks cool.
What's this? Is this a Netflix thing?
Sorry. Crunchyroll.
Oh, cool. Okay. Yeah. Very curious.
Yeah.
I did not enjoy the Castlevania anime, but lots of people did. And hey, I never got more than about 30% into Sekiro. It was so fucking hard. So if this is a way for me to experience the world of Sekiro, I'm in. I'm going to give it a poke.
Well, that is it. That is it for the announcements that I had in front of me.
Okay. Is there anything else that happened you can just recall off the top of your head in the past 7 days that we might want to discuss?
Well, I mean, outside of Gamescom, in fact, yes, there is.
Oh, okay. You might be interested in this.
If we're done with Gamescom.
Yep.
And it feels like we are.
I can't think of anything else to say about it. Except that we're there.
Well, we are there.
We're currently there.
Yeah, we are there.
Yeah.
There was a Kirby Air Riders Direct.
Yes.
Hosted by the great man.
Yes.
One of the greatest men.
Yeah, truly.
Mr. Sakurai.
Yes.
The creator of Kirby.
Longtime Smash Bros. Head of development.
He was so he worked at HAL. He was the other Kirby Air Ride game, the original Kirby Air Ride game, is the last Kirby game that he worked on.
Oh, right.
Before he left HAL and formed his own company, and then he's been doing Smash Brothers the entire time.
Yep.
Part of a new Smash game getting released and talked about and the press cycle of it is him being trotted out to talk about how stressful it was.
Yes.
How it kind of ruined his life, how tiring it is.
He had to buy 2 TVs just to keep up with the whole process.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But I loved this. I loved that they got him front and center.
Yeah.
The speculation is that, like, obviously there's going to have to be a new Smash Brothers at some stage on the Switch 2. The speculation is that he's said to them that he'll only do that if he, in the interim, gets to make a new Kirby Air Ride game.
Yeah, yeah.
He tells kind of a difference. He kind of goes into how this came up in this presentation. He tells it kind of differently.
Yeah.
He basically tells it as them begging him to make a new Kirby Air Ride game as he's finishing up the DLC for Smash Brothers Ultimate. But yeah, the original I have played about 5 minutes of on emulator.
What was it on originally?
GameCube.
Right.
2003.
Okay.
It was not very well received critically at the time. It was kind of, seen as a bit simplistic, not really having a lot of content in it, because it's kind of like a bizarre format for a racing game.
Right.
You basically use one button essentially to like brake and boost, and that's it. You're not accelerating. You're steering, and kind of that's it. Obviously, there's more depth to it than that, but the thing that people really love about it is this city trial mode. Right. That's kind of like, I don't know. I'm not quite sure whether it was like in there as just this like kind of. I get the sense that it was in there as like a little bonus sort of
bit of a throwaway
extra,
sort of,
mode that kind of then took on a life of its own. And the people that love that game, that's the bit of it that they love. That's the bit that was really popular.
Okay.
I don't think the racing side of it really connected with people all that much. But yeah, so 20-something years later, he's back with a sequel, and yeah, I just loved everything about this presentation.
It was really funny.
Looks sick. The way it was structured.
Yep.
He is so funny without really trying to be all that funny. Like this is only the third game of the Switch 2 era that we've gotten a deep dive in. It's still like, it's so exciting that Nintendo are back with like, a lot of new games and it's still a fresh new console.
Yeah, it was very odd to see that this was the next presentation flat out. I think there's speculation maybe there still will be an overall direct within the next week around Gamescom. But the fact that this was the next one, that it was 45 minutes long and it was just about Kirby Air Riders was odd, but it was a fun watch.
Yeah, the other weird thing about it, by the time they get to the end, and honestly, the way he signed it off, I truly thought it was going to end without there being a release date announced.
Oh, yeah.
Because he just kind of wraps it up, and then there's like a sort of mysterious... Like, he gets to the end and he goes, oh, well, there's a lot more about this game that I'd like to show you, but maybe that's for another day. You had 45 minutes.
There's 2 buttons in this game now.
Yeah.
Unfortunately.
Unfortunately.
He
said the first game controlled with only one button.
Yeah.
We've added a second button, unfortunately.
Yes.
Then there was like a little kind of hint at like some sort of returning character or something.
Right.
And then fade to black, and then a release date came up on the screen, which is November 20, I think it is that it's out. So even that, I mean, that's still like right towards the end of the year. I was like, there must be something coming up between now and then.
Yeah,
you would think they would have a deep dive direct before this. Anyway, cool to have the guy that is working on the game presenting this, and exciting to get a proper look at it, because the announcement was just like a cinematic, didn't have any actual gameplay in it. How good's this? Anyway, fade up. First thing that happens is Sakurai going, why is making games so hard?
Oh man, it was
just
so funny.
A note to kick off on.
So yeah, but like he just has this great self-deprecating kind of vibe.
Yeah.
Very dry, very funny.
And he talks about how now you might hear the broad strokes of this game. It's a character kart racing game where you're sort of battling on these tracks, and you might think it sort of sounds a lot like Mario Kart. And in fact, I said that to them. Aren't you worried that this is just like Mario Kart? So, okay, I guess it is just like Mario Kart.
It's so good.
I mean, it is bizarre that the two big games that they've lent into so far of this new console are both character car racing games or racing games.
Yeah.
Although, this does seem... I mean, that definitely was the perception that I had of it, not really having spent much time with the first one. But watching this trailer, it does seem a lot more, like, battle-focused and a lot more, like... Yeah, you can be a lot more... I kind of like that the things that aren't really present in Mario Kart World are, like, a huge focus of this.
Right.
So in Mario Kart, you pick your car, you pick your racer, and, that does... It will feel a bit different. Like, the handling will feel a bit different.
Yeah, you got your small, medium, and big characters.
Your acceleration, your top speeds are going to be different, all that kind of stuff. But outside of those little tweaks, it is, by and large, just more of an aesthetic thing. Whereas here, like, different characters have different abilities and special powers.
Yeah, and different, like, synergies with different vehicles. And
the different cars have little powers and abilities and all that kind of stuff. It actually does seem like... what you choose, it's almost like choosing like what guns you're going to use in a shooting game. They actually do control like hugely differently.
Yes.
So that seems really fun. It seems like there's a lot of depth to that. And just like the mechanic of you basically are holding down this A button to sort of build up a boost, but it's kind of stopping you. And then each car and character has different levels of, some of them it slows you right down to a complete halt. All that kind of, like, some it's a bit more fluid, and then you've got this, you're sort of building up this special meter based on like getting little stars that are flying out of the back of other races, so there's like a degree of strategy of having to get close to them. Certain characters will like automatically attack. They've got like a sort of a
King Dedede and Meta Knight
hammer and their sword, so if you just get close to someone on the track, it'll attack them. It looks like the actual like moment to moment sort of like combat around the track is more of the focus than just like drifting and getting items and sort of knowing the course layout. The courses don't seem to have as much like little hairpin turns and stuff like that.
No, it looks great, and aesthetically it looks beautiful. Love all the characters in there.
He played like one track where it's like this water themed level where the start of it is like this kind of almost like Moses parting the sea, sort of little track in between these waves. These little bits where you're on rails kind of shooting around that looks cool. And then the city trial mode, which is back, which is you spend 5 minutes in this arena driving around, collecting power-ups, collecting vehicles that are sort of scattered around to sort of build a loadout. So you're kind of having to think about, do you want to focus on making a vehicle that can glide really well, or do you want to focus on making one that's got like a high top speed? And then after that 5 minutes, you are all put into a mini game chosen from a random pool to kind of put this build to the test. Seems cool.
It's a great concept. I never played that original one. It's like a completely aside from the original game, an innovative way to approach this kind of like racing battle game. Never done anything like that before. It seems very, very cool. And like, if the people who played that original one and loved that mode loved it back then, I can only imagine, us coming to this one, beautiful graphics, current console.
You can play online. 16 people in it. It's like, it's funny, like it does still seem quite minimalist, even though it looks like it's got way more in it than the original.
Right.
It does still feel like he's really trying to keep it very focused. Like even that main arena that you're in, there's only one of them, which was kind of surprising to me, but it looks quite large, and it does feel like, it's not meant to be like a Mario Kart battle mode kind of thing. You are meant to, if you play it a lot, know this map inside and out.
Right.
Know where you want to go and focus on like getting your power-ups, and it's not just about like driving around collecting as much of them as you can. Like you have to... Because I think it's like every little thing, every little stat boost that you've picked up, you don't then get to tweak it based on what you've picked up. It's just what you've picked up, that is your car.
Right.
So if you want to focus on just having a vehicle that's like really built, that's got like a lot of weight to it, you have to just drive around only picking up those little things. Because if you kind of get everything, you're going to end up with a build that's got like... certain stats are going to like undermine other stats that you've built up.
Yep.
So it does feel like it's a fairly accessible multiplayer mode that, really rewards you for having spent a lot of time with it and getting your own strategy up and kind of learning the layout of it and the mechanics. Seems really fun.
Very cool, yeah.
And, I'm interested in what is in this game that he hasn't just shown yet. I wonder if there is more of like a story mode or...
Yeah?
It does feel like... I mean, the original, got a bit of flack for being a bit bare bones. And that was in an era where, that was 20-something years ago.
Yeah.
Where I would say games that didn't... I feel like it was around that cusp about then. Mm-hmm. A feeling like there was this expectation of there being more and more and more stuff kind of packed into games. So to kind of just go like, showing off this racing mode, there's more races that you can pick. Mm-hmm. There's more karts that you can pick. And the city trial mode is there. Mm-hmm. And it's got a bigger map. I don't know. It feels like there must be more to it than that.
Yeah.
I'd be surprised if that's all there is.
Yeah, and Sakurai does love a good story.
Yeah.
Like that's always been part of the games he's worked on. I'm not sure if he worked on Smash Bros. Melee, but certainly the more recent Smash Bros., the Kirby games, I could see there being something in there. Even like if it's a light touch version of that, which is kind of what all Kirby games were. Yeah. It was not an overly complex story. It was just like a fun little adventure.
Yeah.
I think that could be potentially the thing that's not been revealed yet.
I kind of really love that because he created Kirby, he like in Smash, like he made Kirby like one of the best fighters you can have.
Yeah.
That story mode thing that was in the last Smash, you start off as Kirby as a little kind of like nod to, like that's his origins.
Yeah.
And then even, I don't know if you caught the kind of, as they're going through the races and what their, different abilities and stuff are, the list of Kirby's like, he can do this and this. He has absolutely no known weaknesses. I really love that he's
That's
like,
so good.
This is my guy. He's got to be the best guy in every game that I make.
Oh yeah, because they also said like, because Kirby can use the, steel power.
Oh, yeah.
Every other character can do that. They have a little special hat that allows them to do that as well.
I like how he went deep into the lore of like, because it's a Kirby game, he's the one that can copy.
Yeah. And no one else can.
And no one else can.
Yeah.
But then he's like, but then we just felt like that's not really fun.
Yeah,
there's this one character that's like completely overpowered.
Yes.
So now everyone can do it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm buzzing to get my hands on this. It looks like a lot of fun. Looks very, very arcadey.
Yes.
The race mode looks very fun.
Yep. It does seem like, like you've been saying, like it's really focused, and it's like if you really want to key into like in the city trial mode, like these are the parts that are going to like optimize it for this way to play it, then you can just do that. And even in just the racing modes, like picking the right character with the right kart is going to be a really specific way to play.
Yep.
So you can just focus on that and get really, really good at it.
Yeah, I'd be interested to know like how the simplicity, on the one hand, like the simplicity of the controls, but then what's happening on the track is like so chaotic.
Yeah, right.
I'd be interested to know how approachable it'll be for a newcomer. For like, I've been playing a bit of Mario Kart with Lauren. Like we played a bit while we were away. And she's still like, every time she picks it up, I have to like retell her the controls.
Right.
Like she just doesn't, she's not playing it enough to have it like fully locked in there. And then even mid-race, she'll be like, I don't know what the items do. I just kind of, the whole thing of, she hasn't like played it enough to get like deep into the like building up the drift and the like getting the boost right at the start, all that kind of stuff.
Right.
So I wonder if just going like, here's a racing game where it like it's accelerating automatically. You're just holding this down to do a little boost from time to time. I wonder if that's going to be like more enjoyable for her to get her head around, or whether the kind of the deep kind of combat nature of it once you're getting into that is going to be like feel too overwhelming and chaotic. Yeah,
that's true. Because again, if you're automatically just going forwards, it's like, well, what? I can't do anything. Yeah. It's like you have to really, get deep into how this game plays to not just be like, why am I at last again?
But, and I just love the incongruity of like having this like pretty intense, deeply strategic, full-on, hardcore racing game that's got the Kirby characters on top. You know what I mean? It's like so bright. It's so colourful.
Yeah.
There's characters called Gooey.
Yes, Gooey was my favourite. Gooey and Waddle Dee and Waddle Doo and all that.
But with this, like, it's not as simple as just like, moving around the track. You've got this like strategy of having to like get close to people and attack them and build up your special meter and unleash these things that fill up the whole screen.
And even just the character and cart selection is like its own strategy where it's like you could probably get that wrong if you don't know what you're doing.
I feel like I need to watch this again just because they didn't have him dubbed, they had him subtitled.
Yep.
And kind of the clips that he's showing, there's so much happening on screen.
Yeah.
So between that and then having to like focus on the bottom of the screen to like read what he was actually saying, I feel like there's just a lot of it kind of passed me by.
Sure.
But looking forward to that.
Yeah, big time.
Now...
Yes.
Have we been playing things?
Yes. Sorry, viewers, I'm just checking how long we've been going for, which is quite a long time.
All right.
I have played the demo, and I raved to you about this.
Yes.
Of Hell Is Us. Demo came to PS5. I believe it had already been on Steam or on PC in whatever mode. But this is a new game from some people, and I played it.
Okay. All right.
This was, I think, shown in a state of play, I feel like.
Yeah, I looked this up after you talked about it.
Yeah.
I've got it downloaded. I haven't started it yet. But it did, a lot of it, the little screenshots and stuff looked familiar. I felt like this jumped out at us as something that looked cool.
Yeah, because you have, after a certain point, the demo is not very long. It's just like sort of the first little area with a bit of the tutorial stuff. It's the one where, you're wearing this kind of like, you end up wearing this big sort of outfit and hood and cloak, and you have this little drone guy flying around near you.
Yep.
And we were sort of getting kind of like Death Stranding vibes.
Yeah.
So it's a third-person action puzzle game, I guess you would say. Sci-fi horror.
Yep.
You open with this creepy-ass cutscene. You're this guy with a terrible perm, I'll say. Mm-hmm. This white bloke with like a blonde perm.
Meow.
It's like
Perez Hilton.
Honey, your hairdresser must hate you. But you're talking to this fucking bizarre looking character who's basically interrogating you, and he's like, how'd you get into the area? What do you know about the area? Why'd you go there? And you're like, oh, my parents, that's the last time I saw them in that area.
Mm-hmm. So you're like a little kid that's lost at the shopping centre.
That's right, yeah. No, you're a grown-ass man.
At the front of Big W.
yeah. And one of the greeters is like, where are your parents at? And you're like, they went into Big W.
Yeah.
No, it's like, I got vibes of like The Zone from Stalker, that kind of thing. The Pacific Drive, similar situation. You go in there, or you basically flash back during this interrogation. I guess this is the framework. And you're just a dude and you're stumbling around and you come across this soldier who's been like shot, and he's standing outside this sort of tomb, like cryptic looking tomb with like a big symbol on it. And he's like, yeah, my squad went in there. Something must have, I don't know, I must have tripped something as I backed out of the door because the door's shut. They're all trapped in there. Something attacked us. I don't know what's going on. And you do a little puzzle to open the door, and you get down there, and it's this creepy little fucking underground area. And you come across this scary monster, and just as you're about to get killed, a person with a big sword and like a cloak and shit jumps in, fights the monster, they die. You put on their shit, you grab their drone, and you're trying to get back out and then keep exploring this world, looking for any sign of your parents. And aesthetically, it's very cool. It's kind of, it's not just a full-on like retro sci-fi, kind of cobbled together aesthetic. It's like its own specific weird thing that's going on where it's, just sort of like an alternate sci-fi style I haven't really seen much of.
Yep.
But really creepy. Combat is, I think, pretty simplistic. I think I've read a bit of the criticisms of the demo of like, you just kind of dodging and hitting one attack button.
Yep.
But you have these little things you can do with like the drone. You can distract the enemies. And there's like a thing where as you're attacking, a little ring will appear on the ground, like a white glowing ring. And if you hit like R1 during that time, it restores some health. But it's kind of tricky because it's in the middle of combat. But just, the way the story is told, it's this kind of fictional, Central European country, creepy vibes. You're making your way across the land. People, like the soldiers and whoever they are kind of like talking to you on the radio, like, what are you doing? You don't know who you've messed with. But I thought it was really fun and really, really cool vibe. I think whatever the story is, I don't really know where it's going, but it was well written. It was well executed, and I don't know. Yeah, it kind of feels a bit like Returnal, like a bit Alan Wake. I really liked it.
Yeah, it does seem like it's got a lot of
great.
It's pulling a lot of stuff that we really like bits of elements from all these things. Yeah. I'm keen to check out this demo. When is the full game out?
It's early September.
Okay,
yeah,
cool.
Because I pre-ordered it. I think it's the 4th of September or something like that.
Cool.
So not far away. I don't know. A lot of my problems with Returnal were like, this is not like, I want to be able to save. I want to be able to maintain where I am. It's so hard.
Yeah.
I want it because I want to know what the story is and where it goes. And this, it has that vibe and it has some of the, challenging combat, but it's a single player story and I got to save. So, a little bit like Resident Evil 4 vibes. Yeah.
And
very
this
cool.
isn't like a demo that's just the beginning that's going to carry on. This is just like a...
I don't know. It does seem like it should be that.
Yeah, okay.
I didn't double check, but it is quite short. It was like an hour at most.
Well, I also played a demo.
Yes.
I played a short demo that is, explicitly not... It is the beginning stages of this game, but it's... I think it tells you that it's like...
Doesn't maintain...
I think it's a little more of a like smattering of... Like it's maybe jumping ahead like a tiny bit.
Right.
And this game isn't... I don't think it even has a date yet. It's the Adventures of Elliot.
Millennium something?
Millennium Chronicles?
Yeah. I played this as I got a chance to dive in on this, yeah.
I really enjoyed it.
Yeah.
I was pretty...
You know why? Because it's Zelda.
It's Zelda. I think I was a bit... I mean, I was talking last week about having a bit of the fatigue of the HD 2D.
Yes.
And I'm going to retract that because playing this, I thought it looked beautiful. Like it really looks great.
Well, it's more... You interact with the world in 3 dimensions. Like, it isn't quite that sort of diorama, kind of actually 2D presentation that the Octopath games have had, for example, because this is very much you're running around sort of like intertwined, interlinked areas, very 2D Zelda.
I think when I've played the examples of the like action RPG Japanese developed ones, so like I'm trying to think what's an example of it, like the Mana games, and is Chrono Trigger turn-based or is it...
Chrono Trigger's turn-based,
real-time? Yeah, there's like another big real-time one. But anyway...
Sea of Stars was also turn-based.
I found them a little bit like hack and slashy, a little bit like button mashy, a little bit like kind of... I feel like a lot of these, it's either... it's so repetitive with the turn-based stuff kind of early on when you're just sort of... taking on these...
Mowing down these little grunts,
down these enemies, and then there's like a kind of crazy difficulty spike that's a bit kind of, throws you off kilter a little bit, or it is just like too simplistic.
Sure.
But this almost immediately, there's so many like interesting enemy varieties that it's throwing at you that all do different little things that you're like really having to think like on your feet and be a bit strategic about how you're kind of taking them down. And it's satisfying because like after a couple of times you go like, oh yeah, this guy goes like this and this guy kind of goes like this. So there's like these little guys who you kind of take them down and they've got like a little orb in them. And if you don't smash the orb quickly enough, it just kind of, they regenerate immediately.
Yep.
And so...
there's bomb guys that'll explode. You start off with a sword and a bow, an arrow and a shield, which you do need to use.
Yep. And you're picking up all these different little things that you can... It seems like there's a huge deal of customization in this in terms of like these little, I forget what they're called, but basically little, what's the equivalent? Like a little artifact that you're equipping to give you more speed when you're walking around, or higher attack, and you can craft all of them, and you seem to have all these, like quite a variety of slots that you can like put them into, and you can also like group them together and make little you can like kind of save them and sort of swap loadouts on the fly quite easily.
Yes.
And the story and the world seems cool. It seems like a furry's wet dream. It's very like there's little beast realms and you live in this live in Philadelphia. You live in Philadelphia.
The streets of Philadelphia.
Which is like protected by magic.
Yeah, it's a human zone, magic protecting it from the beasts.
And
but
you have to go out into the world. And you're an adventurer. Yeah. Everyone knows that you're an adventurer.
Yes.
And even just that, it's such a corny setup, but I just kind of love it. It's like, I am an adventurer.
Yeah.
It's not like you're a little cunt with amnesia fucking has to like go out and
you're a special child who's going to, become the chosen one.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's like, this is a guy who does this stuff.
From the beginning, it's like, I don't know, like kind of in terms of like the role-playing nature of it, I was like, cool.
Because it's like, what is it? There's something infesting the world. There's like
this demo. It's like quite short. You go off to this like you do this one dungeon.
Yep.
At the end of that dungeon, you find this basically portal, and that's where it ends. So I imagine that's like the big what's going on in that portal is like the big story setup thing. But even in the demo, I think like there's kind of more optional areas that you can go to that I didn't, because you kind of talk to people in the town that are like, hey, there's a cave up to the right that's got like this really powerful sword in it, which I didn't do. I just kind of followed the marker to the where the main dungeon was.
Yeah, I did I didn't finish it, but I did do a lot of backtracking and going into the caves and dungeons and all that shit. I think I did the sword one. But initially it's like the king just tells you like, hey, you got to figure out what's going on, so off you go.
Yeah, and the dungeon is, you're right, it's a lot of like Zelda, go over here, hit the switch, then this platforms come up, all that kind of stuff.
Yep.
I just loved it. It didn't really leap out to me in the direct, in the partner direct, just because of the very, the maybe the like HD 2D kind of oversaturation, but just playing it, I was like hooked and in fact quite annoyed to get to the end and realize that it's not out for quite some time. It's like next year at some point, but doesn't have a date yet.
But it is. It's very, very fun. And I do tend to like this kind of isometric, hack and slash RPG. Like this is... I'm
glad it's not. I feel like I've played quite a bit of turn-based lately. I'm sort of ready for a bit of a breather. And... this I could see myself really getting sucked into this.
Me too.
It was fun.
It was very fun.
So definitely recommend that that demo, especially if it didn't really if the trailer didn't really hit for you, I'd say still give it a go.
If you liked a Tunic or literally any of the old Zeldas that are comparable to this, it's definitely worth a try.
And that is me for things I've played this week, honestly.
I think that's me as well. Haven't dropped in on anything new. We did talk about, Mafia the Old Country, potentially giving this a crack at some point, but I don't know. If any filth out there have played it and having a really good time with it, let us know, because it doesn't...
I've kind of heard nothing about it.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. I've heard like solid reviews, but nothing spectacular, and with a bunch of other shit to play all the time. Just haven't quite been motivated to give it a poke yet.
I'll tell you what I'm looking forward to playing. I think it's out today as we're recording this, that I think... I've played another one of these, but not this original one. Chibi Robo.
Yes.
Is dropping on the GameCube app. That was the very weird thing about the Kirby Air Riders Direct. It seemed like a lock that they would then drop the GameCube original on the Switch Online.
That would make sense.
As part of that presentation.
Yeah.
No mention of that, bizarrely.
No.
But yes, Chibi Robo is on there now, and I've played the 3DS one, which I think is the maybe third one, possibly. Haven't played the original. Heard it's great. Great little format. Little robot guy going around finding stuff in it. I love the format of little guy in real world.
Yes,
a little Pikmin. A little
you
Katamari
do love a little
Damacy.
Yeah.
This is meant to be a really fun game, and it's funny like seeing the trailer for it, and it's got all of the little noises and style that are still in the 3DS one that I really enjoyed. That even though I only played that like last year, I already had that like, oh yeah, the little noise he makes when he's like charging up.
Hell yeah.
So yeah, I'm looking forward to playing that.
I did play the Mino the Hollower demo, and yeah, fun. Good mechanics, interesting way to kind of mix up that kind of game. Cool world.
Yeah,
I'm keen for this one as well.
That's out soon. Yeah, they've. I think if you haven't played the demo already, I think you've missed your chance. I think they've taken it down.
Yeah,
which, is kind of rare, honestly.
No, it's not rare. It's the developers of Shovel Knight, which I don't know the name of. So
did they make Shovel Knight?
I think it was a demo on PC as well. So that may still be available.
Yeah.
If not, Sucked in.
Get the full game when it's out in like a couple of months. But that is going to do us for this week.
Yeah.
On Filthy Casuals.
Huge bonus episode dropping tomorrow. We've got some film reviews from the Melbourne International Film Festival. Some stuff that is, if not premiering there, is not out for regular viewing, so we can give you a bit of insight on that.
Yeah.
I've watched Eddington as well, which I loved.
Yeah, I'm pumped.
And a bunch of other shit to talk about.
So get onto the Patreon.
Yeah.
Support the show. We really appreciate it.
We do.
And yeah, you get a bonus show every week in the inbox. We will be back next week. Thank you very much for joining us. And as we say here at the end of every episode of Filthy Casuals, ich bin ein Gamescom.
Auf Wiedersehen!